Lovely viewers, something shocking just happened in the middle of the night, and the entire internet is still trying to process it. Song Joong-ki, yes, the very same Song Joong-ki who once shared one of the most beautiful love stories with Song Hye Kyo, just posted a midnight message that has fans all over the world holding their breath. And let me tell you, this isn't just any post. It's emotional, it's raw, and it's making people wonder if Joong-ki is finally revealing what's been on his heart all along. The post went up at exactly 12:07 a.m. Korea Standard Time, and it was so sudden that fans who were awake immediately started flooding social media with screenshots because they knew this would blow up, and oh boy, it did. Within minutes, his name was trending worldwide, with hashtags like hashtag Song Joong-ki, hashtag Heartbroken message, and hashtag Song Hye Kyo dominating Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. People are asking the same question. Why now? Why in the middle of the night? And why does it feel so personal? So what did he post? Brace yourselves, lovely viewers, because this is deep. The message was short, but every word carried so much weight. He wrote, "Some wounds never heal. No matter how much time passes, some hearts keep bleeding silently." And he ended it with a single broken heart emoji. That's it. No explanation. No names mentioned. Just that. And yet, everyone knows who this is about. I mean, how could they not? The timing, the tone, the history. It all points to one person, Song Hye Kyo. The comments exploded immediately. Fans were saying things like, "Is this about Hye Kyo? Joong-ki, are you okay?" And even, "Please don't do this to us at midnight." Some fans admitted they were crying reading the message because it sounded so heartbreakingly honest. One fan tweeted, "I was just about to sleep, and now I'm wide awake crying for Joong-ki." Another said, "This is the saddest thing I've seen all year. Someone check on him, please." Lovely viewers, how do you feel reading that message? Do you think it's a cry for help? Or is it his way of finding closure? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I know this is going to spark a huge debate. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Just minutes after the post went live, Joong-ki turned off the comments on Instagram. Why do you think he did that? Was it because the flood of reactions overwhelmed him? Or did he just want to share his feelings without expecting responses? Either way, this move only fueled the speculation even more. People started dissecting the exact wording, saying the phrase, "no matter how much time passes," clearly refers to something from his past, a love he can't forget. And who else could that be but Song Hye Kyo? Lovely viewers, let's be real. Joong-ki and Hye Kyo's story was one for the ages. From co-stars to lovers, then husband and wife, and eventually a painful separation that broke millions of hearts worldwide. But even after all these years, their names never truly left the headlines. Especially now with all the attention on Hye Kyo's new chapter with Lee Min-ho. Could this midnight message mean Joong-ki still has feelings for her? Is this his way of saying he's struggling to move on? Tell me what you think because I know you have opinions on this. What makes this even more dramatic is that fans noticed something unusual about the timing. Around the same time Joong-ki posted his message, Hye Kyo had liked a post on a completely unrelated topic, something about a charity event she's supporting. But some fans believe it wasn't a coincidence. They think Joong-ki saw that activity and felt something, maybe nostalgia, maybe sadness, and decided to express his feelings. Does that sound possible to you? Or do you think this was planned for a while? Share your theories in the comments because this mystery is only getting deeper. And of course the memes started rolling in because, you know, the internet can't resist. People were posting things like, Joong-ki dropping emotional bombs while we're just trying to sleep. And K-drama writers could never write a plot twist this good. But behind the jokes, there's real concern because this doesn't feel like a publicity stunt. Feels genuine. And that's why fans are worried. Some are even tagging his agency, asking them to check on him and make sure he's okay. Others are sending supportive messages like, "Stay strong, Joong-ki. And you are loved." But here's the question everyone is afraid to ask. Could this mean Joong-ki regrets how things ended with Hye Kyo? Could he be feeling left behind now that she's moved on? Lovely viewers, this is where it gets messy because emotions like these don't just disappear overnight, especially when the whole world knows your story. And let's not forget, Joong has always been the type to keep his feelings private, so for him to share something like this publicly means it's serious. Now, some fans are saying maybe this isn't about hye kyo at all. Maybe it's about something else entirely. Personal struggles, stress, or even the pressure of the spotlight. But then again, why post something so poetic and so heartbreakingly beautiful if it didn't come from a place of deep emotion? Lovely viewers, do you think he'll post an explanation later? Or will he delete the message and leave us all hanging? Because right now, it feels like one of those moments that will either vanish suddenly or turn into the biggest story of the year. And just when you thought this couldn't get any more intense, a well-known entertainment insider tweeted something cryptic. Some stories never truly end. They didn't mention names, but come on, we all know what they're hinting at. Does this mean there's more to the story? Could there be something happening behind the scenes that we don't know about? Or is this just the industry feeding into the drama to keep us talking? Either way, lovely viewers, we are talking and we can't stop. So here's my big question for you. If you had the chance to send one message to Joong right now, what would it be? Would you tell him to stay strong? Would you encourage him to reach out to hye kyo privately? Or would you just send him love and support because, at the end of the day, he's human too, and heartbreak hurts no matter who you are? Drop your messages in the comments because maybe, just maybe, he'll see them. And before I wrap this up, let me leave you with this thought. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones who struggle silently, and when they finally speak, even in just a few words, the world feels their pain. That's exactly what happened tonight. Song Joong spoke, and now millions of us are listening. Will there be more updates? Will hye kyo respond? Or will this remain a midnight mystery that keeps us wondering forever? Stay tuned because I promise you this story is far from over. Lovely viewers, turn on those notifications because the moment there's any new update, whether Joong deletes the post, clarifies his message, or someone close to him speaks out, I'll be right here to give you every single detail. Until then, let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Was this a cry for help, a sign of regret, or just an emotional midnight confession? Let me know what you think because this is one discussion we'll never forget. The world was already spinning from Song Joong midnight message, but trust me, what's happened since then will make your jaw drop. After that post shook the internet, fans didn't just stop at sharing their reactions. They went full detective mode, and I mean full-on investigation. People started analyzing every detail of his post, the timing, the font, even the color tone of the text on his Instagram story. Some fans pointed out that the background color he chose was black with a faint gray gradient, which many are saying symbolizes sadness, grief, or something unresolved. Isn't it wild how one post can make the entire fandom put on their Sherlock Holmes hats? Lovely viewers, do you think he picked that color on purpose to send a hidden message? Or was it just a random choice? Drop your thoughts because this discussion is getting deeper than we imagined. Now let's talk about the theories because they're blowing up like fireworks. The most popular one right now is that Joong posted this right after seeing the latest viral content about Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho. You know what I'm talking about. Their romantic moments, the baby news, the fairy tale vibes everyone is obsessing over. Fans are saying maybe Joong has been quiet all this time trying to move on, but seeing all that triggered something inside him. Some are calling it a midnight heartbreak relapse. Do you think that's possible? Can seeing someone you once loved so deeply move on cause a flood of emotions years later? Honestly, I think it can happen to anyone, even stars like Joong. But here's where it gets even more emotional. A fan claimed they saw Joong in a private members-only bar earlier in the evening, looking quiet and lost in thought. Now, this is just a rumor, but if it's true, it paints a heartbreaking picture. Him sitting there alone, maybe scrolling through social media, and then later posting that message when he got home. If that's what really happened, doesn't it just make the whole situation 10 times sadder? Lovely viewers, imagine being in his shoes, seeing the love of your life in the headlines, happy with someone else, while you're sitting there with nothing but memories. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? And guess what? This midnight message has reignited something that I never thought would happen again. The debate about whether Joong and hye kyo should reconcile. Fans are divided, and the comments section is proof. Some people are saying, they belong together, true love always finds a way, while others believe it's best for everyone to move on. One fan even wrote, "I know it's over, but my heart still hopes they'll meet again someday." Isn't it fascinating how people are still so emotionally invested in their story after all these years? That just shows how powerful their love once was. Lovely viewers, where do you stand on this? Are you team reconciliation or team moving on? Let me know in the comments because this conversation is getting intense. Now let's talk about the celebrities because oh boy, even they are reacting. A few actors who are close to Joong have started posting cryptic quotes on their own stories. One said, "Healing takes time and time takes patience," while another shared, "Every heart has a secret scar." Are these just random posts, or are they trying to show support for him? Fans are connecting the dots and assuming it's all related. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. The entertainment world is small, and news like this travels fast. If his friends are already showing subtle signs of concern, then we know this is bigger than just a random post. Lovely viewers, here's a question that's going viral right now. Should Song Hye Kyo respond to this message? Should she publicly say something to comfort him? Or should she stay silent to avoid stirring up old wounds? People are split on this. Some say she owes him nothing and should protect her peace, while others think a simple kind word could make a huge difference. If you were in her place, what would you do? Comment your answer because this is a dilemma that could change the whole narrative. And wait until you hear this. International media has picked up the story, and it's all over headlines like, Song Joong Ki's midnight post sparks speculation about past love. News outlets in the Philippines, Japan, and even the US are writing about it. TikTok is blowing up with videos of people reading the post dramatically, adding sad music and saying things like, "This is what heartbreak looks like." People are even making edits of Joong and Hye Kyo's old drama scenes with his midnight message as the caption. It's like a storm of nostalgia mixed with sadness taking over the internet. Lovely viewers, have you seen those edits? Which one hit you the hardest? Tell me because some of them are making people cry like it's 2016 all over again. And speaking of edits, let me tell you what fans are doing now. They've started trending a new hashtag. Hashtag Stay Strong Joong. People are posting photos, videos, and messages of support, telling him that he's loved and that better days are coming. Some are even sharing their own heartbreak stories, saying things like, "If Joong can survive this, so can we." Isn't that beautiful? It's like one man's pain has created a community of healing for millions of fans. But here's the part that gave me chills. Just a few hours after his post, Joong was spotted at an airport heading to an undisclosed location. The pictures show him wearing all black, with a cap pulled low over his face. People are speculating that he might be flying out for work, or maybe just to escape the noise and clear his head. What do you think? Is this just a coincidence? Or is he running from the storm his post created? Lovely viewers, I can't stop wondering, what's going through his mind right now? Is he regretting posting that message? Or does he feel relieved that he finally let it out? And do you think he'll post again, maybe to clarify things? Or will he disappear for a while and let the mystery linger? I want to hear your predictions because this could go in so many directions. And before I wrap this part up, let me tell you the latest twist. A well-known gossip page just reported that someone close to Joong said he's been feeling nostalgic lately because of certain events. They didn't mention what events, but fans are convinced it's about everything happening with Hye Kyo right now. Things are getting even more dramatic, and you deserve every single detail. So, picking up from where we left off, the big question now is, what happens next? Will Song Hye Kyo break her silence? Will Joong make another move? Or will Lee Min-ho's name continue to get dragged into this whirlwind? Sit tight because I've gathered everything the internet is buzzing about, and it's time to dive even deeper into this emotional storm. Right now, the hashtag should Hye Kyo respond is trending on Korean and international platforms, and the debate is hotter than ever. Some fans believe she should stay silent to protect her peace and her family, especially now that she's publicly happy with Lee Min-ho. Others, however, think that a kind, short message like "stay strong" would go a long way to calm things down. But here's the twist. What if responding only makes the headlines explode even more? Imagine the chaos. Song Hye Kyo finally responds to Song Joong Ki's heartbreak post. Every media outlet would go crazy, fans would dissect every word, and the internet would break again. Do you think she can handle that kind of storm right now? Lovely viewers, if you were in her shoes, would you respond or stay quiet? I want to know your answer because this is where the drama could flip completely. And wait, speaking of flipping, insiders claim there's been some serious tension behind the scenes because Lee Min-ho is apparently aware of the buzz surrounding this post. Fans are speculating that he's keeping calm publicly, but privately, he might not be thrilled about his name being dragged into the narrative. After all, his romantic story with Hye Kyo has been the internet's favorite fairy tale lately, and this sudden heartbreak angle could throw a shadow over all that positivity. Imagine how awkward it would be if Min-ho and Joong ever cross paths now. Do you think they'd greet each other or avoid eye contact completely? That's something fans are already imagining through countless memes. Some funny, some surprisingly emotional. But here's the part that's giving everyone goosebumps. After Joong posted that midnight message, fans noticed that a certain old song suddenly started trending on his playlist. Yes, people tracked it down through music app activity. The song, a classic Korean ballad about lost love and memories you can't erase. Can you imagine the emotional weight of that? People are saying it's his way of expressing what he couldn't put into words. Now, whether that's true or just fans reading too much into things, we'll never know for sure. But wow, doesn't it make the whole situation feel like a drama script? And speaking of drama scripts, TikTok creators are having a field day with this. There are edits showing Joong's sad post overlaid on their old wedding photos, their drama scenes, and even clips of him from interviews where he talked about love and loyalty. The captions say things like, "The one that got away," and "Some stories never truly end." Lovely viewers, do you think these edits are harmless nostalgia, or do they make it harder for Joong to move on? Personally, I feel like it's a mix. Fans want to comfort him, but at the same time they keep dragging him back into those memories. Now let's go back to that airport sighting I told you about because new details have emerged. Apparently, someone who was on the same flight claims Joong seemed quiet the entire time, listening to music and wearing a black hoodie pulled tight. He didn't speak to anyone, and when a fan approached him politely for a photo, he smiled weakly but declined. Doesn't that just break your heart? It really feels like he just needed space, away from the noise, away from everything. And now people are speculating that he's gone to Europe, maybe Italy. Some are saying it's connected to a new project, while others think he just needed to disappear for a while. What do you think, lovely viewers? Work trip or escape plan? And get this, someone claiming to be an entertainment insider just dropped a bombshell, saying that Joong hasn't fully healed from the divorce, despite appearing happy all these years. According to this source, seeing Hye Kyo in the news again for something so joyful, her love life, the baby news, the romantic vibes with Min-ho, might have reopened old wounds. If that's true, then this midnight post wasn't random at all. It was a cry from a place of deep pain. And you know what? Makes sense. Healing isn't a straight line, and sometimes, something as small as a picture can send you spiraling back into memories you thought were buried. Lovely viewers, can you relate to that? Have you ever thought you were over someone, only to find out years later that one small thing could make all the feelings rush back? Share your stories because Joong's moment is making so many people reflect on their own heartbreaks. Now here's the wild part. A new rumor says that Joong's agency is monitoring everything online and debating whether to release a statement. But here's the dilemma. They don't want to fuel speculation even more. If they confirm he's sad, it makes headlines. If they deny it, fans won't believe them anyway. So what do? Honestly, lovely viewers, I think they'll stay silent. But if this trend doesn't die down soon, they might have to step in. And imagine if they do. What would the statement even say? Something like, Joong is focusing on work and appreciates fans' support. Or do you think they'd go bold and deny any connection to his past love life? And now, the million-dollar question. Will Joong post again? Fans are refreshing his page every hour, waiting for another story, another hint, anything. Some think he'll delete the post, while others believe he might double down with something even more emotional. If he posts a photo with a quote or an old throwback, The internet will absolutely explode. Lovely viewers, what's your prediction? Will he post again, stay silent, or maybe even issue an official clarification? Drop your guesses because this is a game of anticipation now, and every second feels like waiting for the next scene in a K-drama cliffhanger. Before we move on, let me hit you with something even juicier. People are saying that a very close mutual friend of Joong and Hye Kyo recently liked his post, not long after it went viral. That one like has sparked 1,000 theories. Is this friend trying to show support, or is it a quiet signal that Hye Kyo herself is aware of the post? And if she's aware, what do you think she felt when she saw it? Surprise, guilt, sadness, or maybe nothing at all? That's the mystery everyone wants to solve right now.